Sawadee good morning. Welcome to Newsline. I'm Chalapan Sanarula. We're coming live to you this morning on NBT, Radio Thailand FM 88, and also NBT World. It's Tuesday's edition, October 21st, 2014, and here are the stories. All right, let's have a look at today's headlines. Thailand and Bahrain have expressed enthusiasm to increase trade and investment cooperation with each other, with more high-level discussions to be arranged soon. According to the Deputy Government spokesperson, Virachon Sukontapatipak, Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha has been paid a courtesy call by his Bahraini counterpart, His Royal Highness Prince Khalifa bin Salman Al Khalifa, at the Government House during the latter's official visit to the kingdom. During the talk, the Bahraini Premier noted remarkable improvement in terms of security in Thailand and lauded the Thai people for their ability to pull the nation out of its crisis, given the fact that Bahrain is considered the closest partner to Thailand in the Middle East. The two leaders announced they were willing to further promote the existing ties in all dimensions, particularly in trade and investment. As General Prayut emphasized the need to address current economic problems, the Bahraini Prime Minister promised to lend a hand by purchasing more Thai agricultural products, including rice. Another high-level meeting is to be held in the near future to work out details of their cooperation on the matter. On this very occasion, the honourable guest gave encouragement to General Prayut and wished him success in resolving all issues in Thailand. He also offered to be a coordinator between Thailand and other Middle Eastern countries in any affairs. Deputy Prime Minister Yonghyut Yuttawong has said that as of now, a constitutional drafting committee has not been named as yet. The appointment will be made after the Cabinet's consideration first. According to the Deputy Prime Minister, the names of 5 people from the Cabinet who would be responsible for selecting the Constitutional Drafting Committee have not been discussed or selected at present. If they were to be chosen, the decision would have to be made by other Cabinet members. Mr. Yonghyut cannot confirm whether all the members will be selected entirely from the Cabinet or there will be individuals recruited beyond this circle. He also dismissed a rumour that Mr. Tianchai Kiranan would be appointed to chair the National Reform Council and Mr. Bawansak Uwano would lead the Constitutional Drafting Committee, saying that it will be revealed once the Cabinet made a decision. The Secretary General of the House of Representatives has explained to reporters how the first meeting of the National Reform Council, or NRC, will be like. House Secretary General Tere Panprung, who acts as the NRC Secretary General, said that after all 250 NRC members take an oath of allegiance at the start of today's meeting, the first since the Council was appointed and royally endorsed, the most senior member of the NRC, Mr. Paron Isarasena Nayutaya, will sit as the temporary chair of the meeting and start the election process. To be a legitimate candidate, each nominated member must be endorsed by at least 10 other members, while Mr. Tere added that in case that only one nomination is made, that person will automatically be elected as the president of the council. But if there is more than one nomination, a secret ballot will be drawn, and the person with the highest number of ballots will become the NRC president. In case of a tie between 2 nominations, the secret ballot will continue until the person who receives the most support is found. Mr. Tere went on to say that the election process for the 2 vice presidential positions will be the same as that of the presidential election. Private businesses could soon be invited to partake in a new scheme by the government that aims to address the problem of loan sharks by having the non-bank companies issue nano finance loans to low-income earners with an interest rate between 32% and 36% a year. Finance Minister Sommai Pasi said after a meeting with high-level ministry executives that the Bank of Thailand has concurred with a plan to allow private firms to issue the nano financing loans that would address the loan shark problems more effectively than the current microfinance loans provided by banks. The providers of the loans will have to be either juristic persons or companies that were financially ready and which must be registered with the Ministry of Finance. The amount of each loan will not be in excess of 120,000 baht, and the interest rate will be around 30 and 36% a year. To provide private businesses with the incentive to partake in the scheme, only half of the income generated from the interest received from the loans will be taxable. Mr. Sommai was confident the new scheme would not raise the household debts level, currently standing at 83%, because the Ministry of Finance will lay down clear frameworks to regulate the issuance of the loans. And Minister of Commerce, General Chachai Sarikalaya, has voiced confidence that this year's export growth will end up with a positive figure and has assigned commerce officials overseas to step up promotional campaigns. General Chachai convened a meeting with Thai commerce attaches from 43 countries worldwide to discuss the direction of Thai exports and related strategies for the rest of this year and the year 2015. The minister said he wished to see exports of next year expand at a higher rate than the national GDP, hoping the growth would be around 4 to 5%. By the end of this year, the commerce officials were instructed to hold more promotional activities for Thai export goods in their respective countries. General Chachai pointed out that important markets at the moment were China, India, and the Middle East, adding that border trade with neighboring countries should also be accelerated, especially after the ASEAN community will officially open. Although the country's export earnings for the first 8 months of the year indicated an expansion of negative 1.36% year-on-year, the Commerce Minister assured that the figure for the entire year would be positive. He revealed he would make a journey to various countries in a bid to boost confidence among foreigners towards Thai products. The Bank for Agriculture and Agricultural Cooperatives yesterday began the Helping Fund payments to farmers in pilot provinces, positive that the money will be delivered into the hands of farmers. The Bank for Agriculture and Agricultural Cooperatives President Lak Wachana Nawat said that the BAAC yesterday paid money to registered farmers in the pilot provinces. The beneficiary farmers had earlier been advised to register with the Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperatives. The provinces that received the money are Lopburi, Khon Kaen,ศรีสะเกษ Mahasarakham, Pichit, Kamphaeng Phet, and Phitsanulok. In these provinces, the BAAC started the payment process to 14,300 farmers with an amount totaling 176 million baht. As for other provinces, the BAAC will work with the Ministry for Agriculture and Cooperatives to send the information required for the payments to local BAAC offices in order to let the offices pay the money to registered farmers as soon as possible. The BAAC also asked for unregistered farmers to do so with the District Agricultural Extension Office in their area as quickly as they can, as the registration process will require a verification from the district-level policy committee to raise the income of a low-income person. After registration, farmers should submit photocopies of the front page of their savings account passbooks and their ID card at a branch of the BAAC in their area to apply for the Helping Fund payment. Farmers will receive the money within 3 days of the application if all the procedures have been done correctly. Shopping malls and other service points designated by the National Broadcasting and Telecommunications Commission, or the NBTC, to accept digital TV coupons have been bustling with people on the first day of the use of the coupons. According to a report by the National Broadcasting and Telecommunications Commission, or NBTC's Monitoring Center, around 1,000 people have already used the coupons to buy either a digital TV set-top box or a TV set with digital TV tuner. Bangkok saw the highest rate of coupon use on the day. To follow up on the use of coupons, NBTC Secretary General Thakon Tantasit revealed that NBTC commissioners and officials have visited some service points, including Tesco Lotus, Big C, Home Pro, and 7-Eleven, owned by 22 private companies in 21 provinces. He also reminded people to look for shops where they can use the coupons. Such shops must show stickers of approved dealers by the NBTC. The shops must also have a set-top box or TV set with digital TV tuner that bears a sticker of Nongdudi and also a standard-approved certificate. Any shops without all these stickers will not cooperate with the NBTC, which means people will be unable to use the coupon. According to a new survey, Thailand ranks 6th most unequal country in the world in terms of wealth distribution. Credit Suisse has released a global wealth report that indicated that up to 75% of national wealth is held by those in its top 10%. The figure increases from that in 2013 at 73.8%. The rate of unequal distribution of wealth accelerated during 2007 to 2014, with the share of wealth held by the top 10% standing at 69.3% in 2007. The report said that Thailand is the 3rd most unequal country in Southeast Asia, following Indonesia and the Philippines. According to the report, Russia is the most unequal country in the world, with 84.8% of its wealth held by its top 10%, ranking far above 2nd place Turkey and 3rd place Hong Kong. The most equal countries in terms of wealth distribution were Belgium, Japan, and Australia. The Royal Irrigation Department has urged farmers along the Chao Phraya River to refrain from planting off-season rice, citing inadequate water reserves for the year. According to a report by the Royal Irrigation Department, or RID, regarding the water levels across 4 major dams, Bhumipol Dam in Tak Province currently holds 5.76 billion cubic meters of water, or that's around 43% of its overall capacity. Meanwhile, the Sirikit Dam in Uttaradit Province holds 5.71 billion cubic meters of water, which is about 60% of its overall capacity. In Pitsanulok Province, the Khwai Noi Bamrung Dam, and that holds 738 million cubic meters of water, or 79% of its overall capacity. Elsewhere in Lopburi Province, Pasak Cholasit Dam holds 799 million cubic meters of water, or 83% of its overall capacity. From this data, the RID concluded that the water levels across these 4 dams would be insufficient to support the off-season rice planting along the Chao Phraya River. Subsequently, the department announced that the dams would not be supplying water for off-season rice planters living along the banks of the Chao Phraya River, and the Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperatives would assign relevant agencies in helping farmers cope with the lack of water. Chiang Mai Province is preparing for the annual Yi Peng Festival of Lights without large firecrackers or alcoholic drinks for safety of tourists. The governor of Chiang Mai said that this year the Yi Peng Festival will be held from the 1st till the 7th of November under the concept Tour Yi Peng Chiang Mai, firecracker and alcohol-free event for tourists' safety and happiness. There will be many activities throughout the city of Chiang Mai, including the Wulai Handicrafts exhibition, the wonderful night lantern decoration, for which 30,000 to 40,000 lanterns will be put up along the moat, a great sermon for Yi Peng tradition, the maze, pagoda worship, Gratong contest, Miss and Mr. Yi Peng contest, conservation ceremony, and much, much more. Chiang Mai is already in the tourist season. The Yi Peng Festival will further boost tourism and welcome a large number of tourists who will be visiting Chiang Mai this year. And also this year, the province is prohibiting firecrackers, especially big ones, as they might be harmful to other people, and is also banning the sale and consumption of alcoholic drinks in the activity areas to prevent any problems that might otherwise occur, all of which will be good for tourism. The opening ceremony of the Yi Peng Festival is to be held on the 5th of November at the Tha Phaya Gate. And the Bangkok International Gift Fair and Bangkok International Houseware Fair is underway now at BITEC, Bangkok International Trade and Exhibition Center. It's the 38th edition of the fair, and this time around is promoting a special section called Asia Talents, in which up-and-coming designers from a variety of countries throughout Asia have been specially invited to display their eye-catching work. NBT World's Joel Gershon went to BITEC to bring this report on new design innovations he saw there.
Promotion under the Ministry of Commerce for years has helped organize the Bangkok International Gift Fair and Bangkok International Houseware Fair, known as BIG and BIH for short. Altogether, there are 1,600 exhibiting booths within 40,000 square meters of space, and there are exhibitors and buyers from all over the world. The Department of International Trade Promotion is always seeking new ways to keep it exciting. And this year, the department partnered with the super stylish W Hotel and set aside a section of the show called Asia Talents, which featured designers from Thailand and all across Asia who were carefully selected by a curator, Anon Pairot. Mr. Anon owns his own design studio and has worked with local clients as well as international brands. He spoke about his role as curator of the Asia Talents section and what it represents.
So we proposed the project to, hey, let's start design and business together by make the networking from designer in around Asia.
And how do you come about picking which companies you think would be good for this Asia Talents promotion?
Because they have different background and also they have a different dream, different direction, how they work in terms of business and design. They think in many directions. Somebody think about yesterday to find the future. Somebody think about technology to find the future. Somebody thinks about logistics in terms of many problems in everyday life. So I think design can represent many things.
Mom Luang Katatong Tongyai is the director of the Department of International Trade Promotion.
In terms of other designers from overseas, we feel that bringing the designers into Thailand, first of all, they'll see what Thai design has to offer. Second of all, we have a chance to exchange ideas, exchange creative inputs.
One of our core passion points is design. So when this project came to us, it was basically a very easy thing to get involved in.
The designers themselves were eager to talk about their products and were very happy to be showcased at the fair.
Yeah, our floor mat is produced from the polyethylene recycled. That is good for export.
What gave you the idea to use bangles for a light?
Actually, my mother stores her bangles in a hanger. We wanted to create a light which is not so expensive, but a mood lighting. So I thought of this material.
So if you are someone who appreciates good design, take a stroll through the Asia Talents section of the latest edition of the Gift and Housewares Fair in Bangkok, which will continue at the Bangkok International Trade and Exhibition Center, or BITEC, until October 23rd.
From BIG and BIH, let's now have a look at the support for Thai SMEs. So in today's segment of Now or Never, Dr. Yongyut Mayalap, the government spokesperson, will tell us more about how the government will be supporting Thai SMEs.
Welcome to Now or Never, the program that updates you on the policies and developments of the National Council for Peace and Order, or NCPO. On promoting small and medium enterprises, or SMEs, the meeting of the Committee of Small and Medium Enterprises Promotion recently established the 2015 Urgent SMEs Promotion Strategy. There are many types of SMEs, and some companies are not even aware they are in fact SMEs. Some companies therefore have not registered because they may not want to pay taxes. The NCPO would therefore encourage the SMEs to register with concerned authorities so that things can be done properly. If SMEs do not join the taxation system, the country will continue to have difficulties. Joining in the government system with the registration will allow concerned agencies to provide assistance to the SMEs as the government realizes the important part SMEs play in the country's economy, since they employ a large workforce and play a supporting role to other large industries. The target is to increase SMEs' contribution to the country's GDP to 38% and increase further 50,000 SMEs registrations. This strategy also identifies SME high-growth target group for 2015 to 2016 in 11 sectors: infrastructure, automobile parts, food and beverages, education service, agriculture, transportation and logistics, tourism, health service, herbal beauty products, technology, and energy. There are also other SME sectors that have high impact on the country's economy when taking into account the data on export, import, number of SMEs in the categories, and the workforce. These sectors would serve as the country's long-term economic foundation. The Committee on the Promotion of SMEs, chaired by General Prayut Chan-o-cha, head of the NCPO, during its second meeting of the year, gave its approval to the use of the budget of 726.7 million baht from the SME Promotion Fund for implementation of work under the said strategy. Activities will include the setting up of comprehensive SME service centers, SMEs online learning centers, and the support for SMEs with high potentials. Value-added SME goods and services may also be promoted by projects such as the One University, One Vocational College, 100 SMEs project, and the setting up of a registry of experts in the fields of technology and innovation. This will respond to the NCPO's policy that is determined to push forward the promotion of SMEs as a national agenda. สวัสดีครับ
Open the world of information. Embrace public participation. Present Thailand to the world. New dimension of the government's public relations. The 81st anniversary of Public Relations Department. Creative media for society and mobilizing Thailand towards the ASEAN community.
Welcome back. You're watching Newsline. Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha is satisfied with the results of the 10th Asia-Europe meeting or ASEM summit, saying Thailand has received a positive response from various leaders of both Asia and Europe. Kun Nirnut Rajapwanit has a story.
Speaking after his return from the 10th ASEM summit held in Milan, Italy, the Prime Minister told reporters that he took this opportunity to create better understanding about Thailand's political situation with the international community. He said that many countries gave the Thai government encouragement in working for the country, especially in conducting reform in 11 areas. The Prime Minister urged all countries to support Thailand in national development. He said that Thailand remains fully committed to democracy and human rights. It is moving towards reform and implementing its roadmap for reconciliation in order to end conflicts and return to full democracy. In this regard, Thailand is ready to learn from the experience and best practices from all friendly countries. The Prime Minister pointed out that Thailand still plays an active role in the ASEAN region, saying that a strong Thailand would also help strengthen ASEAN, which has become a strong partner of the European Union. At the 10th ASEM summit, he called for an increase in cooperation between Asia and Europe, risk management involving connectivity between the two regions, and the expansion of free trade arrangements between Asia and Europe. He stressed the importance of efforts to cope with possible shortages of food and energy in the future as a result of growing demand and effects of climate change. Prime Minister Prayut also told the meeting that Thailand was ready to host ASEM Summit in 2016, which coincides with the 20th anniversary of ASEM. In the 10th ASEM Summit on 16 to 17 October, leaders of Asia and Europe welcome ASEAN's efforts toward regional integration and look forward to the launch of the ASEAN Community in 2015. They reiterated their support for the ASEAN Community's post-2015 vision and ASEAN's centrality in the evolving regional architecture in Asia, and appreciated ASEAN's role in promoting dialogue and in building confidence and cooperation for peace, security, stability, and prosperity in the Asia-Pacific region and beyond. The leaders welcomed the development of the ASEAN process since its inception and recognized the need to build upon its strengths and accomplishments in order to move the ASEAN process forward. They tasked the ASEAN Foreign Ministry and the senior officials with submitting concrete recommendations on the future direction of ASEM to the next summit, when the 20th anniversary of ASEM will be marked. They also welcomed Thailand's initiative to host an ASEM symposium on the future direction of ASEM in order to contribute to this important undertaking. Niranut Traijakwanit reporting.
All right, that brings us to the end of today's edition of Newsline. Thank you very much for joining us. Today, we'll take you to a beautiful sunflower field, which is in Lopburi province. I'm Cholapansan Rula. See you tomorrow. Have a good one. Sawasdee ka.